What's up guys, Khalil Ibrahim here with you. Seriously, if you're not using advanced voice mode in a ChatGPT, you are missing a lot. It's similar to having an AI assistant in almost each and every situation. So in this video, let's see cool use cases for advanced voice mode in ChatGPT so you can have that amazing and powerful AI assistant with you all the time. In order to use advanced voice mode in ChatGPT, you can access that one if you are on free plan for ChatGPT, or you can use it in the Plus or Pro plan as well. I believe in the free plan you have like 15 minutes per month, and remember that ChatGPT keep changing their plans, so maybe you will be having more time sooner. I hope they do that. In the Plus plan you get like 2 hours per day. Also, they can be changing that by the time you're watching that video, but it's really handy and it's really cool, and it could be the main reason that you upgrade from a free plan to a subscribe plan like Plus or Pro or something like that. So if you want to access advanced voice mode in ChatGPT, simply download the application on your phone. It's really accessible this way. You can access that one from your desktop as well. You can see on my screen for desktop, you can click on the button here, use voice mode, and it's going to be using model 4.0, or on your phone you can use that button in here for accessing the chat. So we're gonna do that, and before we start, since it's gonna be listening to us, I'm gonna be flowing with ChatGPT. I'm not gonna be interrupting a lot, so we can see the benefits in real time. I'm not gonna be commenting on her responses a lot, okay? So starting first by clicking in here, you're gonna see that ball in there. That's the advanced voice mode interface for now. You can change the voice by clicking on the top if you want to change the voice. Now I have that female voice, it's called Mabel. Now let's start by telling me a story. Why don't you tell me a story?
Sure, I'd be happy to tell you a story. How about one that takes place in the peaceful Swiss countryside with vivid descriptions of nature? Let me know if that sounds good to you.
That sounds good, but let me interrupt you in here. What's my name in there?
Your name is Khalil.
Yeah.
Would you like me to...
Yeah, that's right. That's because when you personalize ChatGPT, you can tell it about yourself, you can tell it about your preferences. If you click on settings in there, you can customize ChatGPT, and from here you can tell it about yourself and how you would like ChatGPT to respond from here. And also, it has its own memory, so if you click on settings, you can find personalization, and it's using a memory. If you enable that, and it's going to remember everything about you that you ask it to remember, or sometimes it will keep remembering stuff about you without mentioning that. Also, let's test another thing. She's still online, by the way, so let's test another thing. Tell me a story again, but talk in a faster pace.
Of course, Khalil. Picture the Swiss countryside at dawn, with rolling hills, blooming flowers, and a gentle breeze. The sun rises, casting a golden glow.
Make it faster.
Imagine the Swiss countryside at dawn. Rolling hills, blooming flowers, gentle breeze.
Hey, slow down, talk slower.
Sure, Khalil. Picture the Swiss countryside at dawn, with rolling hills, blooming flowers.
Talk in an excited way.
Imagine the Swiss countryside at dawn, with rolling hills, blooming flowers, and a gentle breeze. The sun rises.
Talk in a sad way.
In the Swiss countryside at dawn, rolling hills and blooming flowers paint a serene
landscape. No, that's really sad. Can you whisper?
In the Swiss countryside at dawn, rolling hills and blooming flowers create a serene landscape.
Oh, that's really cool. Can you mimic the voice of Donald Duck or a similar character?
I can't mimic specific characters like Donald Duck, but I'm happy to keep telling the story in another style if you'd like. Let me know how you'd...
What are your styles?
I can tell the story in a calm, soothing tone, an excited, energetic style, or even a more dramatic and suspenseful way. Which one would you prefer?
You cannot mimic a character, famous character. You can't do that yet.
That's correct. I can't mimic...
Copyrights?
Sure.
Is it because of copyrights?
It's more about focusing on providing unique content rather than imitating specific characters.
Another great feature in there is that you can use the camera to ask ChatGPT via advanced voice mode. So let's start a new chat. This is very handy. So I'm gonna click on advanced voice mode as usual. Now I'm gonna ask it to use camera as well. Clicking on camera button. Do you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. It looks like you're working on a design project in Photoshop. How
Yeah,
can I help you with it?
that's right. I want to change the text color in here into another color, maybe green or something like that. How to do that in Photoshop? Can you guide me?
Sure. To change the text color in Photoshop, first select the text tool. It looks like a T icon. Then click on the text you want to edit to highlight it. Next, go to the top toolbar and click on the color swatch, which will open the color picker. From there, you can choose green or any other color you like. Once you've selected the color, press OK.
Another question. I have that book of the industry that's actually my wife's, and it's like the handbook of orthodontics. And I want to ask you about some interesting image in there. Can you explain it to me? And it's talking about growth of the nasomaxillary complex.
Sure. The nasomaxillary complex refers to the upper jaw and the structures around the nose. The image likely shows how this area develops and grows. Growth here is important because it affects the shape of the face, dental alignment, and how well you can breathe.
So as you can see, this could be a great tool to understand and learn about different things. Actually, you can also use another tool. It's not a ChatGPT in that case, but to show it your own screen and get help. So here in my browser, you can find that I do have that link, aistudio.google.com. And from there, you can click on Stream Real Time. Here you can see that we do have Share Your Screen. Let's click in here quickly. Now I'm gonna share entire screen. Hi, do you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. It appears you are on the Google AI Studio page. Is there anything specific you would like me to look at?
Yeah, I have that design in Photoshop. Do you see it?
Yes, I can see the design in Photoshop. It looks like a BMW advertisement with a jet in the background.
Yeah.
Do you have any specific...
I wanna change the text color, that green to white. How to do so?
Okay, you want to change the green text to white in Photoshop.
Yeah.
To do this, you would need to... Alright, to change the color of the text, first you need to select the text layer. Then, use the color picker tool to select white and apply it to the text layer. Would you like me to go into more detail about those steps?
Yeah, show me the steps, please.
Okay, first, in the Layers panel on the right side, click on the text layer you want to change. It's named Ready for Takeoff. After that, you can use the Text tool, which is a T icon on the left toolbar, and select the text you want to change. Once the text is selected, you will see the Character panel on the right, which shows a colored box to the left of the color value, where you can click and choose a new color, white in this case. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah, makes sense. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could help. Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
Nah, thank you. So as you can see, guys, we can have AI assistants everywhere on your screen, maybe from Google AI Studio or using ChatGPT. And to be honest with you, it's not there yet when it comes to Google AI Studio, because like that was a simple question. That's the start. So let's see where they're going. It's going to be an amazing thing to have someone to help you with the steps, maybe learn something on the fly, or you can't really find something in the settings. This would be very handy. Here's another amazing feature of ChatGPT, that it can do a real-time translation. So for instance, I have my wife in here. She's going to do a French role, and I'm going to be speaking in English. And ChatGPT should be translating in real time. So now ChatGPT, you are going to play a role of translator. You're going to translate in real time between me and a French person. Okay? So go on.
Comment ça va?
How are you?
Okay, no, that's accurate, okay? So that's another example. Another great feature that you can use in advanced voice mode, that you can use it for advanced brainstorming, because to be honest with you guys, I don't really like to type. I feel, and I don't really like to read a lot. When it comes to interacting with AI tools, you have to read a lot, because like when you ask it a question, it's going to be giving you a long answer like that, and this is really annoying. So in most of the cases, it's really natural to have a conversation with AI. So you ask it a question, it gives you a short answer, and you can elaborate from there, and you can go through that deep brainstorming session, maybe on the walk, maybe something like that. I do it all the time. Instead of typing and reading a lot, it's way easier. So give it a try. Another use case which I use a lot, entertainment and leisure, telling a bedtime story, interactive tales for children. I make my son deal with it a lot.
How can I help you in Musa today?
Tell me a story.
Of course. What kind of story would Musa like to hear today?
Dinosaur.
All right. Here's a story about a little dinosaur named Dino who loved exploring. One day,
Maybe for practicing language as well, it can mimic different language and dialects. Also generating jokes. It's not really that funny when it comes to joke yet, but let's do a quick test. So let's go to a new chat. Tell me a joke.
sure. Why did the computer go to the doctor? Because it had a virus.
Okay, not bad. Another great use case will be using ChatGPT to identify mechanical issues in your car. So for instance, I had a problem with my alternator in this car before and I was driving. So I got that message and telling me to check user's manual while I'm driving. And I had like that battery icon. So I used ChatGPT while I'm driving and I enabled advanced voice mode. Then I enabled camera. Now we don't have a failure, thankfully, but like we can ask it about maybe that sign in there. I want to ask you about this yellow text. It's eco. What does it mean?
The eco indicator shows that your car is in an economical driving mode, which helps improve fuel efficiency by adjusting the engine and transmission settings.
And
a
how
feature designed-
to turn it off?
To turn off the eco mode, you usually press a button labeled eco on the dashboard or near the gear shift.
Okay,
Some
done.
models-
Can you tell me where are the fuse box in this car location for the entertainment system?
In most Mercedes models, the fuse box for the entertainment system is typically located either in the glove compartment, under the dashboard on the passenger side, or in the trunk.
So as you can see, guys, this could be very handy for identifying a quick failure in your car, maybe a quick assistant before you go to your mechanic or something like that. Another use case for ChatGPT along with the camera is that it can detect food calories and identify even food or even give you food recipes. So here we have advanced voice mode, enabling that, then enabling camera.
What would you like to talk about today?
I have eggplants, air fried. What are the calories in there?
Air-fried eggplants are generally lower in calories than when fried in oil. A cup of air-fried eggplant slices usually contains around 100 to 150 calories.
And how about that salad in there?
A salad like that, with chopped tomatoes, cucumbers, and peppers, is very low in calories. A typical serving might have around 30 to 50 calories, depending on any added dressing or oil.
Okay, can you identify that in the plate?
Sure, that looks like fenugreek seeds on the plate. Fenugreek seeds are often used in cooking and herbal remedies.
You're right. Okay, how can I make a hot drink out of fenugreek seeds?
To make a hot drink with fenugreek seeds, you can follow these steps. 1. Rinse the seeds. Take about 1 to 2 teaspoons of fenugreek seeds and rinse them thoroughly. 2. Boil water. Bring a cup of water to a boil.
Okay,
Strain
you know
the-
what? Can you identify the calories in that dessert?
Those look like small, colorful desserts, possibly cake pops or
Yeah,
bonbons.
they are cake pops. You're right. Can you tell me roughly the calories in there?
Cake pops typically contain around 150 to 200 calories each, depending on the ingredients and size. The frosting and decorations can add
And
extra
how about
calories.
the calories in these mixed nuts? Can you tell me?
Mixed nuts are quite calorie dense. On average, a small handful, about 1 ounce or 28 grams, can contain around 160 to 200 calories.
You know
It's like
what?
oil
I
or
know
salt.
this sounds nuts, but can you give me a recipe out of these ingredients in there?
Sure, you can make a delicious and healthy salad with these ingredients. Here's a simple recipe. 1. Roasted eggplant salad with nuts. Ingredients. Air-fried eggplant
Okay, enough.
slices.
As you can see, guys, that's a very handy tool when it comes to kitchen and recognizing stuff. Another cool use case will be health and wellness. So you can get guiding for meditation or relaxation exercises, offering verbal instructions for workout routines or yoga sessions, or maybe providing real-time support for mental health practices like breathing exercises or stress management tips. So maybe you're feeling panicked or something like that and you can't find someone to talk to. You can talk to ChatGPT and maybe it have some cool things for you. Also, you can use it like as a personal assistant, as you can tell. So you can do hands-free scheduling and task reminders, reading out emails, messages, documents, providing real-time voice answers to queries while multitasking, giving weather updates, news briefing, or stock market reports. Also, you can use it for education and learning, explaining concepts through verbal interaction, reading out textbooks, articles, conductive interactive Q&A sessions for exam preparation, supporting language learning with pronunciation guidance and conversation practice. So for instance, you can use ChatGPT to work as a trainer or do a role play with you. You can go to your own custom instructions from that part in here. click Customize ChatGPT, and in that part, instead of using these general ones I'm using in here, you can go to Custom GPT, going to ChatGPT, then click on Explore GPTs, then you can type custom instructions generator, then start chat and ask it to give you a custom instruction in here. So I did that. In that part, I want a custom instruction for ChatGPT to play the role of French language teacher, and it gave me that custom instruction. As you can see, you can copy that and paste it in your custom GPT in there. And how would you like ChatGPT to respond? Replacing that text, Command A, Command V, and paste that. Once you paste that, ChatGPT will play the role of French instructor. So let's try that. Copy, Command C. Then in here, I'm gonna paste that. That's too long. We can remove some part. You know what? I'm gonna remove that part as well. Now we are within limits. We can save that. Once we save that, it's gonna be enabled for new chats. Save. Now we can start voice mode again. Hi, I would like you to practice the role of French teacher or a tutor to me.
To begin your French learning journey, we would start with some basics: greetings, simple phrases, and essential vocabulary. For example, we cover phrases like bonjour, hello, comment ça va, how are you, and merci, thank you. After that, we could move on to common verbs and basic sentence structures.
So can we start
Does that sound like a
practicing
good plan?
together? Yeah, sounds like a good plan. So that's one way to use language. Another role play you can experiment with is like preparing for an interview. So you can ask custom instructions to create an interview role for you, or you can use that custom instruction in here. You can find that one in your resources or in description. You're gonna give it that one in custom chat. It's gonna include the company name, industry, size, description, and paste it in there. And from there, ChatGPT will play the role of an HR employee, if you will. Could be a very handy way to practice interviews like that. Another great use case will be for accessibility, so assisting users with disabilities by reading out information, because remember, you can use the camera in there, so you can ask about information, maybe navigation for applications and tools, or acting as a conversational aid for individuals with visual impairments. This could be very important and handy as well. Another use case will be customer support. So this could be used as acting a voice-based customer for service agent for businesses. One of the jobs that might be disappearing soon or minimized for humans. Another great use case will be social interaction and companionship. So for instance, it can be providing conversational companionship for individuals who feel isolated. And you can imagine how many people are feeling alone these days, and nowadays it's not like the past. So that could be a great tool to amuse them or not feel isolated or something like that. I imagine soon we'll find different apps using APIs from ChatGPT as like a virtual companionship or virtual friend or girlfriend or a boyfriend or something like that. Basically like that amazing movie Her. If you haven't seen that one, it feels like where we are heading, okay? But it's a solution at the end, because like there are so many people who are feeling alone. Could be helping them. Acting as a virtual game host or trivia master for social gathering, offering personalized voice greetings or reminders. Another use case will be audiobooks and podcast creation. So it can be narrating stories or books for audiobooks, acting as podcast co-host or voice assistant. This could be a very nice idea or a project. So you can start recording your own podcast and use ChatGPT as an assistant, or you can interview ChatGPT. Maybe you'll find people who like that. Also can be providing voiceovers for video or audio content. Another great use case will be specialized assistants offering technical walkthrough for troubleshooting devices or software. Also can be acting as a voice consultant for niche fields like legal or medical information, non-diagnostic as you can tell, but could be very handy especially if you're not feeling well, asking ChatGPT before you seek medical attention or something like that, especially if it's not that severe, Conducting guided tours or explanation in museums or exhibitions, that could be very cool as well, especially when you're using your camera, you can get guidance in the museum if you like visiting museums, of course. Also can provide real-time feedback and coaching. If you want to practice public speaking, this could give you a real-time feedback. Also, you can use it for providing reminders and corrections during tasks like cooking or assembling. You can also try something different. Can you give me a consultation about my outfit in there? I'm wearing that black hoodie and that gray pant and along with that shoes. Do you have any recommendations for my outfit?
Your outfit looks comfortable and casual. If you'd like to add a bit of contrast, you could try pairing the black hoodie with lighter pants or a different colored shirt underneath. But it really depends on your personal style.
Okay, that's nice. Also can be used for educational and training tools. So for instance, can be explaining diagrams or graphs. Also, you can use it for solving mathematical problems or equations from textbooks. And I can see where this is going already. So there are so many students are solving their homeworks using ChatGPT, but now it's even easier. You can open the camera, show it the equation in your textbook, and you get the answer. Life is easy, man, nowadays. How about our days? Also, another use case will be captioning photos or creating social media posts. So you can ask it to write a creative caption for this picture. This could be very helpful sometimes, as sometimes you are uploading a photo on Instagram and you want to get a creative caption. This might take you some time. Maybe ChatGPT can be an inspiration for you in that case. Also, when it comes to traveling and navigation, you can use it to translate signboards or menus in real time. Very handy feature. Also can be handy for identifying locations or landmarks. When it comes to health and fitness, you can use it for monitoring injuries or skin conditions. So for instance, you can ask it, what does this rash look like? Should I see a doctor? So you can take a photo of the area, preliminary advice if you will. Also you can ask it for exercise form corrections, record the exercise for feedback, a very cool feature as well. Another use case will be legal and financial tools. So you can use it for document review and summarization or receipt or invoice digitization. So as you can tell guys, such a great asset to have that AI companion in your daily life. If you're not using it, start adapting the habit of using that amazing tool. And I hope if you are already using that tool that we have highlighted some aspects that you didn't know about and start building that habit of using it in that way, okay? And I hope by now I have earned your subscription. Take care and I'll be seeing you in the next one.